Hello everybody and welcome to round number 10, race number 1 of the doubleheader here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. For 67 laps around a very familiar speedway to many people. It's been one of the crown jewel races we've had since season 1, and it still is one of 2 doubleheaders on the schedule. Well, technically 3 because you only count the Royale, but this is 1 of 2 on the actual point schedule. Here at Las Vegas, the track we've always loved, and I'm pretty sure we will always love. So, we had some news happen earlier the other day. There was some agreements being made as there was a trade between Roush Racing Enterprises and Monarch Motorsports that traded, Ryan Monaco for the original driver, number 35, Jeffrey Finn Guy. And they've switched cars for the rest of the season, rest of Finn Guy's last season. And Monaco trying to make a name for himself. Not a very good starting position for him, though. And Alex running a new scheme as well. Running a new Turtle Wax number 74. He'll run for Vegas and then switch back after Vegas. But yeah, there's been a lot of commotion this weekend. Maybe not too much movement, but a lot of commotion because it was announced that Homestead Miami Speedway would be the season opener next season. That caused a lot of chaos, and stewards have also said that they have another announcement waiting till after Vegas. So there's lots of stuff that's been going on lately, and a lot of people wondering what's going to go down in these next few races. On pole position today, as you can see, Carson Bowers takes pole position here in Las Vegas for the first doubleheader race, alongside Sean Angel. Bowers has had a pretty unlucky season. Whenever he gets good runs, he ends up having a little bit of a mechanical issue or involved in a wreck or something like that, but he has definitely proved that he's one of the fastest out here this season. He just needs to get his stuff under control and avoid incidents, and maybe he can become a championship contender later on alongside Sean Angel, who was your Kansas winner a few weeks ago. He's had a good season so far. He's top 10 in points. See if we can tie together another good result to keep him up there. On row 2, you got Ryan Griffin for Roush Racing Enterprises. This is the part-time ride for Ryan Griffin, as he and Benyako both joined on the Roush Racing crew, as well as the Cleveras crew, as they will be trading cars throughout the races. Ryan Griffin, this is his, I want to say, 3rd start of the season. He's trying to see if he can boost himself through the order and try and get to the top of that championship for part-time, which Darrell is currently leading. Darrell is not here this weekend, though, so keep your mind on that. Alongside Nick Pericles, who has won here in the past back in Season 1. He's one of the people here with the most experience, and he shows it qualifying in P4. On row 3, you got Jeffrey Finn Guy in his new Monarch Motorsports number 8 car. Still got Kellogg's with him. He brought that over, and in his last season, he's going to have to end it in rank C. But a row 3 start is a very good start for Jeffrey Finn Guy. Alongside Aiden Shepard, his former teammate. Shepard still recovering from his injury after what happened earlier this season. After Benyako sat in for him for a while, he did help him a lot. But Shepard really trying to get used to the car again. But he's sitting on row 3. Good start out of Shepard. On row 4, you got Alexander Rowe. There's a few powerhouses here. 2 winners here. Alexander Rowe and Zachary Fitzwater Sr. both have won at this racetrack before. Rowe won it here last season, and Fitzwater won here in Season 2. So 2 big threats, and Pericles up ahead could make this very hard for some of the people in this pack. And on row 5, you got Cordell Paulson, your reigning champion. Only 1 win to his name, if I recall correctly. Sitting here on row 5, still looking for career win number 2. He's had an alright season so far. Alongside Hans Windhelm, your second in points. I believe he's 13 points behind Jovic now, who starts right behind him, as you can see there. So Windhelm and Jovic may have a nice rivalry brewing today. Look back to the pack. Some of the bigger names are back here. Caldwell, Jackson, Arndt, Benyako in the 14 now. This is what Ryan Griffin was driving for the first part of the season. Now Benyako's going to take over for the next 3 races in this car. Philip Scott's back here. Anderson's back here. And there's the command. But yeah, it was actually announced earlier this week that Max Anderson was being released from Fitzwater Australia at the end of the season because Fitzwater was in fear of them dropping down. So Anderson. Fitzwater's hope for him to get a better ride next season, and a lot of people do. But Carson Bowers was reconfirmed to the team next season. So Carson Bowers will be driving in his 39 once more. So it'll be nice to see him back at Fitzwater Australia. Right now, they sit in a rank D position if the season were to end now. So they really need something to turn their season around. And Carson Bowers trying to be the person to do that. We're looking for anyone with issues. Now, especially because there's 40 cars in this field. This is a very large field today. It's looking like no one has any issues, and if so, we're going to get going on the first truck. Never mind. Nope. Arndt's having an issue. He's trying to... Yep. Never mind. Said it too soon. Celebrated too soon. Alright, we'll be back. Okay. I think we are good. We're going to take the last corner. We should be good. Everyone's lined up, ready to go. It'll be Carson Bowers leading it down to the green flag here in Las Vegas for our fifth, technically our sixth time around this track. Green flag in the air, 67 laps, and Bowers leads it. A great start out of the driver at the 39 car. Carson Bowers is in the lead as Ryan Griffin will inherit the second position this inside. Really strong on the start, apparently. The outside can be strong in this corner, though. Right here in 3 and 4, it's possible for the outside to be pretty strong. So I do expect it to actually speed up a little bit as we actually get the cars up to full speed. We're up to 200 miles an hour. As we go into lap 2, it's Ryan Griffin, your leader. Ryan Griffin has subbed for Shepard. He's been in part-time races, one-offs at the Royale, never had a full-time ride. He has a full-time ride in Panasonic Lights. But Griffin, here today, he has a nice lead going now. He would be the first part-time winner if he could, but it's only lap 3. But he still leads. Rowe now down the inside of Bowers and Finn Guy. Finn Guy trying to keep it. Paulson also looking for a challenge. His one car, he's eager to get another win. But it looks like Rowe is going to hold on to third. But Angel has closed up on the 37. Their teammates some parts of the season. Right now they're not. Griffin and Angel. Angel trying to get career win number 2. Career win number 2 on his name. Angel's teammate coming behind. That is the one car. The reigning champ of Cordell Paulson. We got some Epic Motorsports cars back here. Iran and Louison. Louison's here to race. Shepard's on his way a little bit. He dropped back on the start, but it looks like he's finally found his rhythm. Still trying to recover from his injury and still not fully used to the car yet. There's Bartlett. He's had an amazing last few races for himself at Trailblazer. Right now holding on to the 14th position. It would be another good run here today, but I don't think he's in 14th anymore. Nope, he's in 11th, so Bartlett looking pretty strong. There goes Iran moving back behind Bowers. Bowers making another move. Trying to climb back up. Looks like it's a 4-way battle for the lead now. It's Ryan Griffin, Sean Angel, Alexander Rowe, and Cordell Paulson. Your top 4. Rowe, absolutely dominant here last season. Went first and third. Overall won this round. But obviously the 2 races do count as wins here, unlike in the Royale. Individual races count as wins in this, so these people are fighting for career wins. Ryan Griffin, if he can get this win, he would pretty much solidify himself as a possible full-time ride driver next season. There are a few slots opening up, and Griffin could be in a seat for it next season. But Clever House Racing hunting behind. It looks like Paulson done waiting for Angel. Paulson going to take second place away. Louison down in 4th with Pericles close behind. Again, Pericles has won here, back all the way back under CJ Racing in Season 1. But nonetheless, he has won here. But Luisin down the inside of Angel with Pericles in tow. Bartlett now looking on Rowe. Oh, he's going to get there just barely. Just got the nose under. Bartlett making up a few spots. Bartlett's on his way up. He's up in the 6th position now, as Luisin's going to challenge for 4th. And this is going to get Bartlett a chance. But no, Angel right down the inside of 2 people. Going to bring Benyako with him. He's got his teammate behind him, and now he's got to reach back up to their other teammate, the leader, Cordell Paulson, who is looking to be challenged by the 98. We expect 2 pit stops, I think. I think 2 pit stops. That was something that was never fully discussed in practice, was pit stop length. So we're just gonna have to figure this out as we go. But Cordell Paulson, current leader. I think it's like lap 26 or 27 is when I think the first cycle starts. But again, I'm not 100% sure on that. But Alex Benyako, again, he subbed in, when he subbed in for Shepard, he looked so strong, and now that he's in a Clever Haas car, he's in the exact same form we saw him in before. P6, challenging his teammate, Sean Angel, not gonna get there. Yet, he might now, out of 2. Alex Benyako, down the inside of Sean Angel. Rowe, close behind, not going to get there. Like I said, the outside can work in 3 and 4, and Angel shows that well. Fitzwater has moved his way back in the top 10. Fitzwater had such a great day going last week, but was wrecked by Ryan Monaco. Ryan Monaco apologized for the incident, and it seems everything's on good terms now between them. Fitzwater just trying to capitalize off a good qualifying spot today, and it looks like he might. He looks very strong this weekend. Once again, he looks very strong, as he is now in the 9th position with Arndt behind us. Arndt going to work with him. That would be an insane combo. Fitzwater, Arndt, these 2 would climb. Looking back, what about some of the bigger threats? Jackson and Jovic continue to lose position. Jovic, he doesn't want this. He doesn't want this at all. He wants to be good. Same with Finn Guy. Finn Guy needs a good position right now. These guys just aren't getting it. Oh, now the 2 Clever Haas cars stuck on the outside. But they're going to stick together. They aren't separating. But this is going to leave Fitzwater and Iran. Oh, Griffin trying to hook it around the outs. Not Griffin, Benyako trying to hook it around the outside of Iran. He's got it on the outside of him, but I don't think he's going to get him because it's turn 1 and 2 where the inside is more dominant. And there goes Iran. It'll be a while before these 2 find their way down. Paulson still has the lead because it seems that Vincent and Pericles are fighting amongst themselves. Now Griffin and Rowe and Iran are joining into this battle. It's a 6-car battle for the lead. But it's Paulson still leading this race lap, 21 of 67. We're coming to about the 3rd of the way through. This race isn't very long, but that's because there's 2 of them that make up the round of Vegas. Paulson now trying to defend from the 42. These 2 have gotten their heads together, working together to try to get around the 1 car. Can they beat Paulson? Paulson seems very fast here today, but I think that 42 just has the edge now. Into 1 and 2, got it. Pericles is going to get him. Griffin's going to get him. Oh, the Clever Haas cars found their way low, though. Here comes Benyako on Fitzwater. Benyako now has some experience. Sub 3 races, and now in his 4th career SCS start. Challenging for 7th. 8th. Challenging for 8th in his 4th SCS start. Benyako has been turning heads very quickly. Pericles now trying to get down the inside of Cordell Paulson, or Paulson. Zoom around the outside and go right back after Vincent. He's going to get that outside run. Can he clear? Yes, he will. Now it's his job to go back after the 42. As now Arndt and Benyako have joined into the battle. This is an 8-car battle at the front. Now Pericles in 2nd place, trying to hunt down Vincent. Rowe in 3rd, Arndt in 4th. Paulson in 5th, and we will start the pit cycle with Paulson. Paulson attempting an undercut. So I was right around this time. Woohoo. I know things. Sometimes. So, first pit cycle beginning. Who makes the call to cut off Cordell Paulson? Will Vincent make the call? Yup. Ron stays out. And then a few people behind stay out. Jackson stays out. But Jovic does not. Look at the big pack here. This is where it gets important. And especially, we're looking for that one car. Oh, Pericles trying to cut him off. Not gonna work, but he's close. Definitely gained time there. Vincent, Pericles, Rowe, Arndt, Benyako. Benyako? Nice job. Griffin, Fitzwater. There's Paulson. Wrapping around Fitzwater. Around Benyako. Can he get Arndt before the corner? Yes, he can. That'll lead him into 4th. It's still Vincent. Got a few more pit takers, though. And it's led by Iran. Driver of the 91. There's Vincent already. Vincent's gone. There goes Pericles. There's Rowe. There's Paulson. Arndt. Can he cut off Benyako? No. Can he cut off Griffin? No. They'll slip in behind Griffin. Oh, now a battle's brewing between these two. We're coming to about the halfway point of the race. And it's Adam Vincent just trying to run from the 98. Can Pericles win for his 2nd time here at Vegas? Only one person has won at this track 2 times, and that's Max Anderson. Max Anderson in the 18th position. Not doing bad right now. What? No. Really? Wow. Eric Monaco. He was in dead last before. Now he's in 14th. Now, I don't know how that happened. But it did. But yeah, right now, Vincent. Now under pressure. Who has best lap? Let's just see. Skylar Johnson. Skylar Johnson been under some real good results lately. Down 19th. Not the best result right now, but not the worst. Still ahead of Brock and Roush and Jovic. Right there. So, Johnson, she was bound to have one result that wasn't amazing. Eventually, but still, 2 top 5s in a row in her first 2 starts in this car was absolutely amazing nonetheless. And I think it's about time she takes a break, but I don't think she wants to take a break because she just closed up on Shepard and down the inside. Skylar Johnson down the inside of Aiden Shepard. There is Jimmy Perez in 17th. Great job, Perez. Oran on Benyako. Where is Fitzwater? There's Fitzwater. Still in the top 10. Solid day for Fitzwater so far. And Anderson has been coming through this field. Slowly but surely he's been coming. Now he's challenging for 13th. He might end up challenging for the lead at the end of this if he gets a good 2nd pit. And a lot of people seem to be getting really good pits or really bad pits. And you got some people in the middle who just stay where they are, like the leaders. The leaders didn't really change much. They were just kind of there. But now Rowe challenging Pericles for 2nd. Yeah, these guys didn't really have bad pit stops. Then you have people down here who had amazing pit stops. You got people like Irvine, Monaco, Anderson, Duncan had a good pit stop. Skylar Johnson down the inside of Perez now. Jovic kind of stayed the same. A lot of these people down here kind of stayed the same because these are where we get into the territory of people who had bad pit stops. Angel, Jackson, Bowers, Thin Guy. All these people didn't have the best pit stops. Windhelm especially. There's Rahal now. Oh, damage. Let's go see if I can find what happened to Roman Rahal real quick. So Roman Rahal would be coming into the pits, and Jones would be coming out, and Rahal would just hit the back of him. He'd have to remove that hood to help the aerodynamics, and now he's at a big disadvantage going forward. But Anderson now on the back of Benoit Ravine. Skylar Johnson is in this thing now. Skylar got around Eric Monaco and Duncan. Skylar maybe doesn't want to have a meh result today. She wants to climb through this field. Oh, here comes Cordell Paulson back for the lead on the number 42. The three-way battle for the lead between three people who know how to win. Paulson only won at Mid-Ohio, though. He's trying to get that career win number 2. Everyone around him, though, Vincent, I believe 4 wins. Rowe, I think, does he have 4 wins? No, I think he has 3. Heracles has 4 wins. And then you get some people back here, but then you have Arndt at 6. Arndt trying to go for number 7 to tie Max Anderson on the all-time win list, which would be an amazing feat if he could. But that's Skylar Johnson down the inside of Anderson and Irvine. At least trying to, but the outside works in 3 and 4. She'll probably get Anderson, though. Maybe? Can Anderson clear before the corner? No. So, yeah, Skylar Johnson's going to get him. Caldwell going to make the move on Malcher to lead this back. Oh, now it's still Vincent. Vincent still has the lead over the 1 car. Vincent's held it for a while. Paulson trying to get back up to him. I think that's... Yep, Roman Rahal. Oh, no. This could get fun. About a second slower on track, and they're about a second and a half off, so they'll probably reach him next time around. But here comes Paulson on the outside, in the corner where the outside is better, but he's gonna stick it nonetheless. That was a good line out of the 1 car, and it's gonna screw Vincent over. Vincent stuck behind Rahal. Oh, but a little bit of a momentum shift out of the 1 car, being stuck behind a car that slow, almost went into him. Now some more people are getting into this battle because of Rahal. Vincent still stuck on the outside. Look at the pack. This is, everyone here is on the lead lap except for the 83. Arndt down the inside of Griffin and on the inside of Vincent. Now it's a Scott Ganassi 3-4. Benyako down the inside of Vincent and Griffin. Fitzwater. This is what Fitzwater needed to get back into this race. But right now, it's Paulson, Rowe, Hercules, Arndt, and looks like it's going to be a battle between Griffin and Benyako for the 5th position. But no, Iran may be wanting to challenge for it. Iran's been pretty aggressive today, and he's been gaining a lot of spots. Now he's in this battle, but ooh, Griffin making the outside work at 1 and 2. Impressive. That's not something you see too often. But now, oh, this is a nice battle. Championship rivals from last season. Rowe and Paulson. All we're missing is Jackson in between them. And then we have the 2 Scott Ganassi cars now aren't going down the inside for 3rd. Pericles, not even going to contend for it. I think Pericles knows that Arndt's right in the middle of the championship battle, and he doesn't want to disturb that very much. Jovic gaining a lot of positions, and that's probably why Arndt's trying to gain a lot, to try to cover him. But now Jovic's in the place where you can gain, if I'm correct, 3 points of position. So now it's in dangerous territory for Arndt. This is what Arndt doesn't want. This is what Windhelm doesn't want as well. Jovic on the back of Malcher now, but Anderson on the back of Jovic. That mentioned it before, Jovic, the oldest driver in the field, and he's your points leader by it's now a small margin over Windhelm, but that's about to change because Windhelm is second to last. Skylar Johnson, though, moves into the top 10. This will be her 3rd top 10 in a row if she could pull it off. Alex Benyako trying to get down the inside of Ryan Griffin. These two, the Freeze Racing teammates, down in lights. They're trying to fight between each other now. Now they have the opportunity to fight between each other because there's no teammates here between them. It's Roush Racing versus Clever Haas. That's all this is. Arndt into the 2nd position. Oh no, here we go. John Arndt. 6 wins to his name, tied for 3rd on the all-time win list, trying to tie for 2nd. And possibly take the points lead if he could. Arndt, very close. But here's the second pit cycle, your last pit cycle. Who will have the advantage here? Ryan Griffin into 4th, Benyako into 5th. The Freeze team racing, they may not be teammates, but they're acting like it. Which, technically, they are teammates. And there's the move. John Arndt for the lead of the race in the first doubleheader at Vegas. Griffin is getting in this now, but it's Arndt who takes the lead. Now, I don't think we can stretch it. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's just up to who's going to make that call, because it seems like the overcut has been working. So I think this is the question of who's going to be the last one to go. Oh, Paulson and Rowe are the first 2 to go. This was the original 4 who were at the front for a while. Now it's a battle between... Oh, stop it, pace car. Now it's Arndt, and then a battle between Griffin, Oran, and Benyako for second. I think Arndt's in this time. He's got a nice lead. Maybe he might stretch it because he has a good lead. Nope, he's in. Arndt is in the pits, lap 57. Benyako stays out. Oran stays out, but is disturbed big time. That gives Benyako a nice cushion for himself. Let's see who stays out. Oh, let's actually check on the people who aren't staying out, the people who are in. Jovic's coming out from the first pit cycle. Windhelm now in. So Jovic was part of the first crew who went in, and now he's out. Paulson, now out of pit lane. Cordell Paulson and Adam Vincent. Easily the 2 biggest threats of the race so far. Paulson and Vincent shared almost every lap led. And Oran stays out again. But Benyako was in. I saw Benyako did come in. That's Oran. Okay. Oran should be part of the last pack to pit. Yes. And if I'm correct, it's a large group of people who are lapped down, but that's because we still haven't cycled everything. Now when you check on the 91, the overcut did seem to work earlier. So, in theory, this should work. Oran come in and do his pit stall. Roush coming out with the 79, way too far behind. Paulson and not Bowers. Wait, Benyako? What? Bowers is up here. That was a huge gain out of the 39. Great job out of Carson Bowers to get through this field. So, who's leading? What? There's the 91. Oh my god, Gerardo runs in the lead. Oh my god, and one of their Ravines in second. Oh wow, this last pit stop mattered. It so mattered. I said some people have really good pits and some people have really bad pits. And one person who had a great pit stop was the driver of the 91. Gerard Oran is in the lead. Oh boy. But Arndt not going to give up without a fight. Arndt's down the inside of the 7. But while he needs to get clear soon, because he needs to get going after the 91. Did Oran not take a set of tires? I think Oran decided to go no tires, or no, he didn't go no tires. He'd be further ahead than that. I think he went 2 tires, actually. I think that's what he did. Yeah, I think he's 2 tires, not 4. I think that was a major strategy call. And I think Ravine did it too, because you could tell they're slower. So, yeah. No, he definitely took 2 tires. He definitely took 2 tires. So now, how long can Oran hold it? Because Arndt is not far. Jones, if Jones challenges him, that's going to be a big disadvantage for the driver of the 91. If Jones challenges him now, that's going to be a big kick in the fucking shin for Oran. Not long to go. 4 laps to go, and Oran trying to get career win number 1. But Arndt pulling his fastest lap of the race. He's John Arndt. It's hard to match this guy's speed, especially at a speedway. He's been so strong at speedways. But he's strong everywhere. Now Arndt deleting Iran's only cushion. Oh, here we go. 3 laps to go. Arndt down the inside of Jones, the lap car. Got him. Now it's only Iran. John Arndt, can he get the lead back? Or will Iran run with it? Iran 2/10 slower lap. Coming to 2 laps to go. There's Vincent. There's Paulson. Arndt has to run from them too. He has to get a move on. Down the inside of Iran. Doesn't get there. Oh, great block out of the 91. Trying to keep himself alive. Trying to keep himself in the lead. Iran's been in every single season. And he's never won a race. Can he do it now? He's got to defend so hard from these two. Arndt, can he clear him? He does. White flag for John Arndt. Does Vincent have something? I think he does. Oh boy, it's a battle now. Vincent has the lead. I think Arndt backed off. Did Arndt back off intentionally? But he backed off too much around the last corner. And Adam Vincent will win in Las Vegas race number 1. That is career win number 4 for Adam Vincent. It will be 2nd for Paulson, 3rd for Arndt, 4th for Benyako, and a strategy call still lands 5th for Iran. Irvine in 6th, a great haul after a 2-tire call. Rowan 7th, Griffin in 8th, Fitzwater in 9th, and Skylar Johnson, her 3rd top 10 in a row after stepping into this car. Very impressive. Where did your points contenders end? Nice job, Ray Hall. Uh-oh. I don't see Jovic. Where is Oh, no! Jovic! 34th, the one time he didn't want to have a bad pit stop. The one time he didn't want to have that bad pit stop, and he has it. Jovic will end 34th, and Adam Vincent in a last lap move will take career win number 4, tie him with Pericles on the all-time win list. Pericles and Halleck, if I'm correct. He will tie on the all-time win list with. So those 3 now share, I want to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th on the all-time win list. Adam Vincent in his final season going to get a win here at Las Vegas for Full Frontal Motorsports. Congratulations to Adam Vincent. Let's go look at your finishing results. So it's Adam Vincent taking career win number 4 here in Las Vegas. Cordell Paulson in 2nd. Arndt in 3rd. Benyako 4th. Great result out of Benyako in his first actual part-time start. But it's another great result for Benyako overall this season. Iran in 5th. Irvine in 6th. Rowan 7th. Griffin in 8th. A good result out of Griffin as well. Fitzwater finally getting himself on a roll again. It's been a while since we've seen Fitzwater be able to put together a good result, and P9 is definitely nothing to be sad about for him. Johnson will round out your top 10. Pericles 11th. Mulcher 5th in points if I'm correct. He comes in at 12th. I think Arndt just grabbed the points lead because both Windhelm and Jovic did not score points in this first doubleheader race, and Arndt got 3rd and led a lap. So that's another 2 points. So yeah, it looks like Arndt, and I'm not sure, maybe he got the high climber. It may go to Benyako, though. But yeah, it may seem like Arndt has the lead. We'll check it out in just a moment, but first, there's some people down here who definitely deserved a better result today, but it may have been a strategy call, like Jackson finishing 27th. This means he did score points, and he's also going to start near the front of the next one. So that's where it kind of slingshots back for people like Windhelm, people like Jovic. These guys are going to start at the very front of the next race, and Bartlett will be your pole sitter alongside Roman Rahal and Bobby Jones and Curtis. This is where it gets fun, because now we get some of the underdogs near the front of the field in your second doubleheader race, and very excited about that. But let's go look at your points position after the first of 2 doubleheader races. And as we look at the points position, one big change that comes as Jovic has finally lost his points lead to John Hart, as I predicted. And this championship just got a lot tighter than it was before. There are now, going into the second doubleheader race, there are now 13 people on that list that you see, that top 13, that can take the points lead, while Eric Monaco is only 1 point above. And that would be a very, very difficult thing to do. It's still technically possible. It's technically possible for him to do it. So, even though it's not realistic, realistically, I would say even someone like Irvine could do it. Realistically, it could happen. He is 6th in points and a trailblazer. Irvine has done amazing this season. He has now tied himself for the highest a rank C has ever gone in points, tied with Hans Windhelm, of all people, who is 4th in points right now and is rank A. John Hart leading, Jovic second. Halleck still holds third. It was just kind of a trade off there between Art and Windhelm. But, Halleck's still sitting in third, still very strong. Mulcher's still sitting, he was in 6th. Apologize for what I said earlier. I thought he was in 5th. No, he's in 6th. Now he's in 5th. And he's only 60 points behind the lead. We haven't had this many people in contention to take the points lead in a few races. It was usually 4 or 5, maybe. But now we have 13. And Skylar Johnson's in it now. That is impressive as all hell. That Skylar Johnson in 3 races in this car has already gotten herself to the point where she's in contention for the points lead. Just absolutely incredible job. Adam Vincent, that is a win he is so desperately needed. And now he's up at 12th in points. Very good result. 8 positions gained, which is the most of anyone here today. And just, I can't say anything else about that. That was just an amazing job out of Vincent. Angel dropped 6 positions. Not a very good day for him. But Jovic lost a lot of points. He's got time to make up now. He's got to really make up some time. Looking down through the field, I have forgotten to shift some points if I'm correct. Pretty sure I forgot to rotate. Yeah. All right. Ignore Finguy and Ryan Monaco. I believe they need to be swapped. Yeah, they do. Actually, I need to do that. Be right back. Just a moment. And we're back, so I have fixed the point. You can see Ryan Monaco and Finguy have swapped their cars. I don't know why it mattered too much. They didn't gain any points in that race, either of them, so didn't matter too much, but we still do have down here some interesting developments. This was a part of the show I haven't shown for the past few races, and that's the constructor standings, and that's Chalk Allison Racing's been second for the last race or two, and Chalk Allison has had an absolutely amazing season. Now they have Skylar Johnson, who's been doing a lot of work. Now Thompson's the one bringing up the tail end of the team. But it's been overall a great season for Chalk Allison. Not as good as Maverick. Nothing will ever be as good as Maverick. They're Maverick GP. That's really something you can't deny there. Rowe finally gets a good result today. How many positions did Rowe gain? 5. Yeah, he's up to 17. Rowe finally getting his act together. Clever Haas in 3rd, only 2 points behind Chalk Allison. Scott Ganassi in 4th. And the interesting development here is that we don't actually see Epic Motorsports in a position to be rank A, which is their first time in a long time that's happened. We don't see Epic Motorsports in a rank B position much, and this is the first time it's happened in a while. So Epic Motorsports has some work to do now. But they might be able to do it with Windhelm starting near the front in race number 2. Which will be soon. Trailblazer. Surprisingly enough, Trailblazer's been doing some work, and they have now moved themselves up into a rank B slot. No, they're still in a rank C slot. They still have to get up to Roush Racing. That's the thing. They have to get up to near Roush Racing. Fitzwater Australia is actually stopping them from doing deal. Fitzwater Australia was in a rank D spot before, but they got their act together today, and now they're back up in a rank C spot. Now they're going to have to do a little more work to get it back up to B. So, Fitzwater Australia on the move. It could happen. And we'll look at your part-time championship while we're at it. We're looking at the guys down here. Griffin has the most points, but has made the most starts at 4. So you'd have to divide his total by 4. Which does mean, if I'm correct, that... Or, no, we're missing... Be right back. Another. Okay, third time's the charm here. Benyako is actually your current part-time points leader, as Benyako's count. Okay. Now, Alex Benyako, your part-time points leader, because you would have to divide 84 by 1, and that leaves him at 84. Griffin has been in 3 races, so you have to actually subtract that a little bit. So he would have to divide his by 3, which means that Darrell is in second. Manico's in third. Yeah, there's some trouble near the bottom. Dan Luis in 2 races only scored 24 points. Hasn't had the best of the part-time season so far, but Alex Benyako, right where we expected him to be. He is very strong, he's very fast, and he's proving that he may be a threat next season in the actual elites if he gets that spot. So, congratulations to Adam Vincent. Congratulations, John Hold the points lead. Next up is going to be doubleheader race 2, which we'll talk about qualifying then. So, until then, guys, ciao.